Hey there, fellow pwners. Welcome to MasterofPwnage's Art of Total War. Today we'll be discussing archers, specifically their strengths and their weaknesses. But today there's a special category, situational. So we'll get into that very first. We'll work our way into strengths, and then last, the weaknesses. These situations leave the best of us confused. We kind of feel like this guy. Are these situations, are they good, or are they bad? They're neither. Instead, they're situational. Archers are a big one. Now, if it's going head to head with another archer unit, then whoever has the greater number wins. Realistically though, it's all about the situation. If they're distracted, maybe they don't have line of sight because you're hidden in the woods, just be very careful about when you engage archers. The main goal is to engage them before they see you. Very, very rarely, it is okay to do a melee. A lot of people, I'll see people running with their archers away from like 3 or 4 horsemen. Like there's only 3 or 4 left and they're running away, and that guy is doing massive amounts of damage. Hold down Alt, right click on the enemy, and engage. You can kill enemies in melee with archers, especially if you greatly outnumber them. Again, situational, you don't want to go rushing in against swordsmen, the whole unit, but it is possible, and it's something that should be done every once in a while. Now that we're out of the questionable stuff, let's get to strengths. The woods grant you a lot of benefits as an archer. Now there is a small debuff to how effective your arrows are, but that is greatly outweighed by the benefits of being in the woods. First, you're able to get, with the archer's massive line of sight, you're able to outsee any infantryman, or cavalry. The cavalry's in the woods, I don't know why they're there, but you're able to see them before they see you, able to shoot them and lure them in, which is great for your teammates if they have swordsmen or spearmen in the woods waiting between you and them. You can shoot arrows, lure them in. Just that massive line of sight gives you a huge advantage. Not to mention that they can't really pinpoint where you're at as long as you stay moving. Stay moving inside the woods, shoot arrows every once in a while. That way, artillery, which is one of the weaknesses later on, isn't able to just pinpoint you and start thrashing you. When it comes down to it, the woods offer you the same basic benefits that high ground does. You're going to be able to kill a lot more things than you would down low, because they're not able to get to you as quickly, and it allows you time to start your skirmish or fall back and fire, fall back and fire. Archers are also really good at messing with swordsmen. They cringe at the sight of arrows coming their way. Their shields are not as large as spearmen, therefore they're able to block a lot less of the damage coming their way. One of my favorite things to kill with archers, javelin men. It drives them crazy, guys. It's the bane of the javelin. They just don't have the range, and they have no armor. So they will be dead, or they have no shields. So they will be dead before they can ever reach you. Always hit those javelin men when you see them, guys. Trust me, it's fun. Now, pikemen are very, very strong. They have a lot of armor. They do a massive amount of damage from the front. But they are weak to archers, and that's because even though they have large shields, they're able to block, they cannot move quickly. So they either have to raise their shields, raise their pikes and run. All of those things make it so that they're not effective in what they do best, and that's killing things in the front. Now, any unit with their back to you is going to get shredded by your arrows. You can actually see that this guy's shields are raised, and I'm still just pummeling the dude. Doing 5,000 damage between the two units with maybe a third of my starting units. I've taken a lot of damage along the way. You can see he actually ran like that all the way to the artillery trying to take it out. And I just slowly came along behind him and just pinged him to death before he can get there. I saved one of the best strengths for last. Saving your base, guys. So everybody thinks that you have to go in there and kill the enemy to save your base. All you have to do is touch them. Just reach out and touch them from afar, and all of their progress for capturing the base is gone. Now, each unit is counted individually, so you do have to hit all of the units that are capturing to stop it, but it's definitely possible, and it drives the enemy insane. Alright guys, on to the weaknesses. What makes archers weak? Well, there are a few things. Number one of which is the cavalry. I would say stay away from cavalry, but that's the problem, isn't it? They're faster than you, they're stronger than you, and they will annihilate you. Whatever you do, stay away. I like to stick with spearmen just in case the cavalry show up. Being in the low ground takes away almost all of the advantages of being an archer. Being an archer, you want to have the longest line of sight as possible. You can these archers are above ground and they are just decimated, and there's way less of them than I have. So it's unfortunate they had the high ground. I shouldn't have done what I did, and that's why I'm passing the lesson on to you guys. So I just had to put this clip in there. I was in the low ground here, and it looked so open, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. I was just instant dead. Look at all those numbers just flying up out of my guys. By the time I fell back to some spearmen, I was just decimated. I think I had like maybe 15 guys left. So spearmen, very much like the pikemen, have a lot of armor. Unlike pikemen, however, they can actually move. So I recommend not using them as your priority target. If they're all that's there to shoot, shoot them. But if there's anything else, shoot at anything else. Because you can shoot them all day and just do nothing. And they'll eventually get to you and kill you. A really good artillery video prepped, and it got corrupted, unfortunately. So instead I have this one. Artillery can destroy you as archers. So what they'll do is they'll look for your arrows flying even though they can't see you, and they'll just pound the area that you're in. So be very aware, kind of look towards where the artillery is going to be coming from and dodge it if you can. I saved the best for last, guys. Friendly fire. Is it acceptable? Is it not acceptable? Huge hot topic debate. I will go into a full tutorial on how to properly apply friendly fire when it matters, but that's for a later video. For now, just know that friendly fire is a issue that you have to contend with as an archer. It's gonna happen. There's nothing you do to stop it, because you do have runaway arrows that just kind of go in random directions that are friendly. Even in making this video, I purposely did this right here, and you can see that in like 15 seconds, they already start yelling at me. Archers, stop. So be aware that friendly fire is an issue and avoid it when possible. Well, I hope you guys learned something. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.